Welcome to another episode of Notts and Bolts Friday Update. How you doing? The first thing I want to mention is this, what I've seen on social media. It's to do with the Grimsby town fan and his father who passed away back in 2024. Now, on the 19th minute, they're going to do a minute's applause. So if Notts County fans could take part in that and participate, that'd be great. Memory, former youth team player as well. Right, let's get into this week's game. We go around social media a bit. What did you reckon of Martin Patterson's interview today? Not giving much away again with like the likes of interviews and stuff and injuries. Not giving much away there. Why did I say interviews in that part? But not giving much away. So Norborn out, but he's not as bad as we think. Palmer back on the grass, getting closer. Jatta getting closer by the day. What did you make of it? I thought Iapenda's presser was really good as well. Right, let's have a look at some of the other stuff around social media before we get into the game itself. This is a start. The only teams to win 5 games in a row are all these. Notts County in there, obviously Shrewsbury Town are in there as well. But it's an interesting stat. These are the only teams in all the divisions of the 92 that have won 5 in a row. Right, another interesting stat, seeing this one on FB. There are only 2 clubs that are beating all other 92 clubs in the Football League at some point in history, and that's Notts County and Port Vale. We've got that. Right, let's get on to the referee. Declan Brown is the referee for tomorrow's game. The last game he managed in League 2 would have been, I think it was Cambridge against Colchester. We'll have a look on the next page. But yeah, only 4 games in the Football League as a referee. Is that enough? Last season, he spent a lot of time refereeing in the National League. Let's have a look at his stats. So this season, he's 18 games. 18 games. The last game was Newport Chesterfield, where Newport beat Chesterfield. What was his last game? No, Cambridge United against Colchester. So I was right. Not reading it properly. 18 games, 62 yellow cards. That's a lot for 18 games. And 2 reds. Let's move on to some game stats. Let's go. Yeah. So Notts have played 17 at home, and we've won 11 of them. We have drawn 3 and we've lost 3. How does that work out? 11-14, yeah. It works out. And then we scored 33, which ain't bad, and conceded 15. Not bad stats. Enjoying that. Notts County have not conceded 2 or more in their last 7 home games. Let's have a look at Grimsby. Played 16, won only 6 of them. Notts County won the most home games in League 2. Notts County won 5 games in a row. Can we make it 6 this weekend? Who knows? Who knows that one? Notts County are 6 games. It's a home draw. Yeah, another interesting stat. Notts County have scored the most home goals in League 2. Notts County have scored in their last 5 home games. Grimsby have not scored 2 or more in their last 3 away games. So they've drawn 6, lost 4, scored 22, conceded 22. So they've got like an equal scoring, no plus or minus goal difference in their away games. See, I think it's going to be an interesting game tomorrow, and Notts sort of like go forward and how they play and how they manage this game. It's going to be very interesting because, as we've seen in the 2-0 win earlier in the season, they can break and they break with pace as well. So that will be interesting tomorrow. Let's have a look at this. 10 most plus passes sequences this season in League 2. Notts County top of that table, only just by 4 of them. But where are Grimsby in that? 139. We've got 100 more than them. The interesting stat was something like MK Dons with 103. And Cambridge, wherever Cambridge is. Let's see this logo anywhere there. So we'll move on from that very quickly. Yeah. Let's have a look at this weekend's fixtures then. These are the weekend fixtures. You've got Cambridge against MK Dons. That is a 12:30. And then we've got Shrewsbury against Walsall, Swindon Town against Bristol Rovers, Barnet against Chesterfield, Barrow against Gillingham, Bromley against Aki, then Colchester Salford, then Crewe Alexander versus Tranmere, Fleetwood versus Newport, Notts County versus Grimsby Town, and Oldham versus Crawley. Right, so the first one, Cambridge against MK Dons. I'm going for a 2-2 draw. I think both teams will score, and I think I can't see one of them winning it. Maybe a 1-1, but 2-2 I'm going for. Shrewsbury Town, will they make it 6? I'm going to go for that 6-game unbeaten run against Walsall. Walsall offered very little against MK Dons in midweek, losing that one 2-0. Swindon against Bristol Rovers. You know what? I'm going for Swindon, not playing very well at the minute. Bit mixed performances. I'm going for a Bristol Rovers 1-0. Barnet against Chesterfield. I'm going for a Barnet 2-1. Barrow against Gillingham going 1-1. Bromley against Aki. I'm going for an Accrington Stanley 1-0 win. They can pull them 1-0 wins out when they're playing the bigger teams in this division. Colchester, Salford say, what's happened at Salford? I don't know. It seems figured, but Colchester picking up points. Salford lost like 4 in a row, slips out the playoffs. I'm going for maybe back to winning ways, a 2-1 Salford win. Crewe Alexander against Tranmere. Crewe beat Tranmere earlier this season at Tranmere's home ground. And I'm going to go for a reverse. I'm going to go for Tranmere to win this one 2-0. Fleetwood against Newport. I'm going for a Fleetwood 3-1 win. Notts County against Grimsby. I'm swaying between 2-1 and 3-1. So I've had time to think. I did say 4-1 earlier in the week. But I'm going to go 3-1. And then Oldham against Crawley. I think Oldham will have just enough to shut Crawley Town out. I'm going for a 2-1 win there. But let us know, our county, is this the year where county go up? Is this the season where we finally get it done? Since coming back into the, apart from the season where, the first season back where Maynard took over from Luke Williams, that season we was in a good position when Maynard took over, and then sort of like whittled down the table to like 14th. And since then, last season we was up there. This season we've been up there again. I don't know. As a county fan, can we really do playoffs again? You know what I mean? You've got to go autos. I mean, going to Wembley, picking up that trophy, yeah, it's a great day out. But if you don't get all the way, it just feels like the season ends in nothing. And then you've got like the overhang. Remember the Coventry City semi-finals where the next season we had that hangover and got relegated to the National League? I'm not saying that would happen again, but you never know. Football does throws up some strange things sometimes. But I think we have enough for the automatics, getting in them automatic places. We're getting to that real business end of the season now where results matter. Every 3 points is as important as the last 3 points. And the closer we get, I think we need 6 wins out of the last 13 games, maybe 7, and a couple of draws in there. So we can afford to lose a couple of games, but not many. We can't get complacent. As Patterson said, 1 game at a time. We pick them points up, then move on to the next one. Do it in little blocks, and then the more points we pick up, the better the outcome is going to be at the end of the season. Is the squad too light in certain positions? Let us know. I mean, if we get Palmer back, we get Jatta back, we're going to be cooking. We've still got Luca to come back as well towards the end of the season. If he plays 4 or 5 games, that could be the difference between finishing the playoffs and finishing in the automatics, keeping players fit and rearing to go and keeping them all happy is another thing you've got to do. If, like, say you've got On Love who's having to go off or go and sit on the bench, even if Jack has come back and he comes straight back in, he's got to be comfortable with that and not like take Mardies and everything else. The other thing, interesting thing from Pat O's interview was he likes players to smile. He'd like to see even Jody smile. And I think all the fans would agree with that. Jody needs to look a bit, he needs to smile more. So let us know what you think in the comments. Don't forget to like, follow, and share as well. But we'll catch you on the next one. This has been Mark from Notts and Bolts, and come on, you pies.